Hello there, I'm Aldro Hill, and welcome to Hot Surviving for Kaiserreich, a brand new series I'm going to be starting where I play as Mongolia, because I'm bringing back the Horde. The Horde is going to be great again. That's right, I'm making Germany great again, the Great War mod. Now we're making Mongolia great again. Now, Kaiserreich is really amazing, and Mongolia is especially interesting because you have Roman Ungun von Sternberg, who was basically this guy in real history who was like an everything. He wanted to restore the monarchy, kind of rebelled against the Russians, and was part of the Russian Civil War. He was just kind of all over the place. He wanted to restore the monarchy in Mongolia and make Mongolia great again, basically. And here he is. He unfortunately died in a show trial in 1924, but not in this lifetime. Instead, he leads the national populists, and he is going to be the brand new Mongol leader. So it started out pretty interestingly with actually some decent resources. Actually, I'm really surprised. There's a lot of actually really good stuff in the Kundisk. Yeah, sure. And we have a few really interesting things in our focus tree because Mongolia does actually get its own focus tree. Some of it's a bit bugged because there's no descriptions, but there's some really cool stuff. So you get Russians aren't watching, and along with that you can go either allying or attacking Tibet. You can go intervention in Central Asia, and also go down the conquering route, which is obviously the main one, and take Maklik and form the Mongol Empire. So that's our first goal. But I've realized, I played a little bit of this already, and I realized I actually don't want to do that, because that actually will wreck me. On the left side we have our military doctrines and, you know, focuses. You can reinforce the Mongol army and get 50,000 manpower. You get better cavalry, because one thing we do actually get, we get better cavalry attack for free, which is pretty cool. 15% cavalry attack and defense, which means I'm going to want to be focusing on cavalry. However, the base cavalry divisions we have only 2/3 of the actual attack value, because, you know, they're not, like, they don't have enough there. So once we start getting some more army experience, I will start adding more cavalry into there. But it does mean I'm going to be able to recruit quite a few cavalry divisions, so that's good. Alongside that, you can also do some really interesting things. You can obviously get motorized corps and armored support, or you can actually get free troops. Cavalry, the best. It's just got no focuses. It's really interesting. So we'll see about that later. But there's doctrines, and you can also get conscriptions and get extra population. And over here, we also have the Air Force and air-based construction methods. And this one's the best one, because look at how powerful this is. So the first one is improve Urga roads. You get infrastructure and building slots. You could also then get a free factory. But this one, the God of War, you go from civilian to partial mobilization. And the big strength of this, obviously you get military construction speed plus 10%, which is great. And conversion costs, though I'm never going to do any converting. But the main thing is the consumer goods 20%, because my current one is civilian, that's 30%, so that's 10% extra factories I get, which is crazy. And then once you go down and improve infrastructure, you get some more building slots. And then you actually can't get this until you've conquered Maklik. It just assumes you're going to do that. You also get some civilian factories and infrastructure, but over here is where it really is. Invest in new resources, and unfortunately, it does actually cost me 5% civilian good factories, but look at that. So many resources, and again trade some more, and I get even more. I even get oil, which is amazing. It allows me to actually become quite self-sufficient, because at the moment there's not really actually any oil in this area. So if I want to start building tanks without having to invade Russia, I need to really get my own source of oil. I mean, that's really cool. So I definitely want to go join towards God of War first. And the main thing for conquest is that, and then that. The moment you take this one, it actually only has a completion time of 35 days. The moment you grab it, you are at war. So I'd like to be kind of at war by the end of the year. So if we say like 330 days, and each focus tree takes 70 days, except for that one. So if it takes 70 days, 210, 208, let's call it 280 days. That's enough for 4 focuses before we grab Mongol minority. So we're going to want to go improve Urgo roads, then go God of War, I think. Then maybe reinforce the Mongol army, because it gets us that 50,000 manpower. Then I will go down Russians aren't watching, and then Mongol minority in Zebei. That should allow us to be attacking at around December time. And then while we're attacking them, we can get Khan cavalry for an extra 5%. So first moves, we're going to start cracking out military factories like mad. That's basically going to be our general thing. Oh god, an alarm just went off. I do apologize. Fantastic. So we're going to be getting the production machine tools, as always, as well as the construction tools. Always want to be grabbing those. As well as electrical engineering. Our military factories are going to be producing the kind of the kind of crappy infantry equipment that we have, but that's cool. We want to make sure we get that. And we're just going to grab the Improve Urga Roads. I'm also going to start to train a couple cavalry units. I'm going to put them right there. And I'm actually going to make a pretty big allotment of troops. And we have quite a lot of generals and field marshals who have no portraits, which I find hilarious. Winter attrition. They have actually a variety of stuff. So winter attrition, forts, panzer leader. That's cool and all, but to be honest, they're kind of shite. They're just kind of shite. The thing I'm going to want is I'm going to want someone who has a decent amount of skill. I'm not going to be out of supply. I'm not going to be attacking forts. So grabbing a 2-star who has a useful trait is important. And this guy actually does have Trickster, which is really great for the extra reconnaissance. So we're going to get the build it right there. We're going to have enough time to build at least a couple dudes. I'm going to try and get 4. Let's get 3. I think recruiting 3 is going to be cool. It's going to take a long goddamn time to replenish, but that's okay. We're going to get more factories soon. So yeah, that's it. We're going to try and invade Maklik, and then once we get Maklik, we can then start to attack Tibet. And although there's actually a tiny bit of oil, there is some factories there too, as well as some nice population. And then we can start conquering China, which is going to be great. So there's the standard history thing. Great job, lads. I want to know everything. I'm going to know everything that happens in this game. Let's do this thing. I'm so excited. I'm so goddamn excited, guys. Okay, so administrative sports ideology. This is very sad because basically it means either I lose 5%, basically these other places, paternal autocrats and authoritarians get their delightful goals and they get more popularity, or I have to lose 40 political power. I'm going to lose the 40 political power. I don't want anyone not liking my populists. Get the hell out of here. Means we're going to be very low, unfortunately. And there's the lovely first historical event, the assassination of President Karinski, which basically means that the Romanovs taken over for now. Basically, Russia is a bit crap. And this allows me to kind of plan my advance in destruction. Now, this is a cool event, a second-in-command for Ungern Khan. Basically, the assassination has happened, and due to assassination, the Russia's fallen into domestic chaos, and will not be interested nor capable of intervening in domestic Mongolian policies. Or politics even. So basically, it's now time to become great again. We need a right-hand man. We need a second-in-command. So do we choose a loyal general from the Asiatic Cavalry Division, the Boris Rezekun, which means we lose 40 political power? Or do we maybe get the current head of government, the aristocrat Togs Ochin Namanastran, to further consolidate the popularity? Or finally, the religious leader, the 7th Chankei Kutakotu, to guarantee our divine states and prove that we are the direct incarnation of the god of war? It loses political power, but frankly, I want to be the god of war, my friend. Mongolia will win the world. We just need to get powerful enough. Edward VIII has been crowned King of England, or rather King of Britain, because as we do know, guys, and if you haven't checked out my other Kaiserreich series, please do make sure you do, that actually Britain has basically thrown off the shackles of the British monarchy, and they've been expelled to Canada. Also, for those who don't know, that I did actually had a little poll to ask what series I should do next, and you guys did choose some Hearts of Iron 4, so that is the reason we are playing, which I'm really enjoying. Oh, baby, let's go. So we're just filling out this. Unfortunately, we do actually have 3 divisions that do actually use artillery, which means we are going to be losing a few artillery from the supply. That's okay. Okay, Black Monday, it doesn't affect us. It's not like we exactly have a stock exchange. There's the Afghanistani diminutive Indian war that always fires. And there's actually, ooh, this is cool. There's actually an electoral gridlock in France. What's really interesting about this, the Kaiserreich mod, is that although you can click historical focuses, everything is chance-based, what the AI will pick. So, evidently, there's been electoral gridlock. No one has decided it's going to have to be some kind of weird coalition government. Looks like it's between the syndicalists and the Travusiers and the anarchists. How fascinating. And there's the 5th Anglo-Afghani War, where basically Afghanistan and India fight. For some reason, I actually see about half the time them just white piecing. I have no idea why they would ever white piece, but whatever, man. You do you, buddy. So we're getting lots and lots of infantry equipment, which is fantastic. Oh, no, downfall and stability. That's not good. That's going to really hurt us. Oh, we just lost 2 factories. It's because they have so little political power. That basically fired at the exact moment it could. Because once you get to minus 50, there's a chance that you'll get low stability. Oh, look at that. Add increased stability. And we've gone back up. Hooray! It immediately went better. Thank God. Okay, improve Urga roads. Let's get God of War. Which is going to get us a lot better factory construction speed, which is amazing. The French loyalists have restored the monarchy. After a brief French civil war, the old government of France and its supporters have fled to North Africa to escape the wrath of the syndicalists, and there they delved into a military junta under Philippe Pétain, and finally they have actually re-elected the monarchy. Oh my god, it's Louis Napoleon IV. Holy shit, he's taken control. Amazing. Authoritarian Democrats, they're getting the absolutism. They've restored the French monarchy. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. So, I don't want to be attacking Maklik too soon, because they do actually have a lot more troops than us. I mean, they have 10 to 22, whereas we have, like, 9. So we're going to be building quite a lot of dudes soonish. This is going to be, you know, recruiting as many as we can. The first International Congress, people deciding on policy. That's fine, doesn't really affect us. Thank God. Alright. I just love the music in this game, sorry. Just whistling occasionally. So we're just continuing to recruit troops, and we're getting God of War. As soon as we got God of War... Ooh, wait one second. Electrical mechanical engineering. I'm going to want to try and grab better infantry equipment, so I can start to produce that, because having that infantry equipment is going to be a huge boon to our production. Yes, it is. So it appears that the Emirate of Afghanistan was actually seized, and India took control. That's not actually good. I prefer Afghanistan to have won that, or at least to have been a white peace so we could take them. It's okay. It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. It just means we are going to have to fight the UK eventually. But that's to be expected, to be honest. Okie dokie. We're recruiting lots and lots of troops. We are finally catching up in our production. Thank God. And the first war will be kicking off. I'm really excited to see what happens. And also, I have remembered to not do Iron Man. See, my Kaiser Sweden series has been unfortunately rather ruined because of a issue and bug with the, you know, the problems with Kaiserreich, meaning that when you form Scandinavia as Sweden, the game ends. Ooh, this is cool. Whoa, look at that. What? Oswald Mosley has been elected a chairman. I've never seen this. The leader of the Maximus and the Totalist ideologue has been promoted the new chairman. A strong central government of full state control. Dude, this guy is the person who was basically the representative for fascism in the UK. In the real life, obviously, he was imprisoned by the fact that he was a fascist sympathizer. And in the game, he's the guy you can appoint. He'll actually be your leader if you make Britain fascist. You can actually check out my guide my One Empire guide to make the UK fascist. And you appoint him as your leader, which is really cool. Okay, so are we ever going to be recruiting troops? Hopefully soon. Okay, we're now making a really decent amount of soldiers, which is great. I am not going to go the Russians aren't watching just yet. I'm going to go reinforce Mongol army first. Cool, so let's get reinforced Mongol army. Look at that. Okay, basic machine tools. Yes, please. We also God of War. Concentrated industry as well. Factory output. A huge bonus to get that. Look at that, we have 9 factories right now. 9 civilian factories producing. Which is going to really increase our production. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep up the basic infantry equipment production, but I'm going to actually start making a different one. That is a, like this just the newest equipment. Because I do want to start improving my equipment. But the main thing is that I would really like to actually have boots on the ground. So there we go, we are actually building more troops, which is great. And I have just realized that I've not actually assigned these guys. Because they do actually need a front line into Golomod. Let's make sure everyone's on that line. Perfect. So we're going to have a really nice amount of troops, hopefully. Just going to wait a little while before we're attacking Maklik. One thing that can happen as well is that these guys do actually declare war. The Shankli Taklo against Maklik. There's a war that occurs. If that were to happen, we would actually have a huge advantage. Because to destroy the Maklik, we only need to take Golomod. And this province here in Uramqui, because it's 5 points there, and there's 10 points there. There is also actually 3 points there, so if we take the 10 and the 3 and get provinces here, we should be fine. I mean, our actual... Dude? Yeah, can you... There you go, good boy. Good boy! The one thing we're going to want to do is we're going to try and want to put as many cavalry as possible over here, to try and encircle divisions here, because there's a lot of encirclement capabilities. Okay, we're doing quite well, guys. We're reinforcing the Mongol army. Our popularity is rising! Oh, yes. Let's increase our popularity. It means we lose some political power, but I'm very happy with higher popularity. There we go, construction. Nice, nice, nice. I'm also going to get weapon support equipment, which is going to give us a very small advantage. I mean, it's just basically a extra defense and breakthrough, but that kind of stuff is really useful for defeating the enemy. Okay, we're still in deficit of equipment, but that's okay. That's alright. We're also actually building quite a few factories, which is fan-flipping-tastic. I am going to want to start making a little bit of artillery soon. There's the remilitarization of Latinia, so basically Romania is going to start blowing up. Now we have the question. You know, I'm also actually going to save the game here. Look at the little Mongol test I've done. Make the Horde great again. That's what we're going to do. Do we want to now go into what Russians aren't watching and the war deck? That means in 105 days, so in 3 months' time, we will be at war with them. I'm not sure if that's enough time to build troops up. I'm thinking, this is in 3 months, so July, August, September, October. I think I would like to get one more focus before I do that. So I think I'm going to go the Khan Cavalry, which is going to give us 5% extra attack and defense. I think that's going to be... Ooh, also you could actually get production methods to get infantry equipment production cost. Now that is something quite nice. Yes, let's grab that. We're going to grab that, and then we're going to be able to go Russian superiority, and then we'll go the final Khan attack. So this is good. We're actually going to add one... I'm actually going to add... Am I going to add an extra unit to recruit right now? No, I think we're fine. We're fine with this so far. Here we go. We're getting a really nice amount of production, which is fantastic. We're building factories like nobody's business. Okay, I think we're going to be good, guys. I think we're going to be fine. We've just got the new infantry equipment, which is fantastic. Everything is fantastic, apparently. I'm just apparently repeating the same words over and over again. And I'm not going to grab any doctrines just yet, because I'm actually not sure what doctrine I want. I don't think I'm going to have the ability to build elite tanks. Superior firepower has been nerfed pretty heavily. But all frontline battalions, 20% soft attack. That's amazing. I guess an insane amount of damage. Grand Battle Plan, however, does give you a matching entrenchment speed and planning. It is pretty awful, though. But I feel like Superior Firepower is going to be more useful because I'm going to be going mainly cavalry. Yeah, I'm going to be going mainly cavalry, to be honest. I think in terms of, like, troops, I'm not sure, so I'm going to leave that for now. I'm not 100% sure which one I want. I'm also going to start grabbing, what am I doing? I'm going to grab the first tank restart so I can start working on that. Nice. We're getting some troops, guys. We are getting the troops. The production is growing. We're also good. So we're going to make another infantry equipment just there. Because I would like to try and make a little bit of artillery so that the other infantry battalions are actually able to break through. Oh, we are making quite a lot of divisions, though. This is great. A few extra divisions is hugely valuable. And there we go. There's that last extra factory. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to... This is fine, yeah. I'm just going to make sure I have enough infantry equipment to recruit the troops that I want. We're starting to get a little bit of a bonus as well. This is awesome. Okay. We're also getting modernized arms production methods, which is going to decrease the cost. So at the moment I make 37 and a bit a day. So it's actually going up by a huge amount. Look at that production gain. Holy crap. But, oh, immediately I start making more. Freaking immediately. Okay, now is the time. I think we're going to now start to do this. Russians are not watching. Here we go. So now we're going to start to build a little bit of artillery, and I'm going to start to produce a few bit more infantry equipment. The main thing I want is I do actually want to have better equipment, but obviously it's going to be important to actually have troops to train. Here we go. This is the stuff. So now, okay, so there's now a troop on every single line right now, which is amazing. We're gonna have 2 more before the war starts, which is excellent. We are recruiting quite a lot of dudes, which is amazing. Popularity is rising. Oh, yes. I'm happy to lose the political power there to increase our popularity. Because there we go. And that's why... Okay, the Russian Republic has declared war on the Soviet Union. Whoa! So there's actually the rebellion there. We do get high party popularity, and that's what I wanted to do. So basically, I've paid 80 political power to increase my popularity until I get to 60, which basically gives me an extra... What is that? So I'm on high party popularity. I get... What am I on now? So it's on 50. I'm on 70.75 in comparison to medium. So basically, I now gain 0.25 party popularity per day, and I paid 80 party popularity for that. So 4 times 8 is 320. So basically, within 320 days, I will actually have paid off that investment. There's actually the Second Russian Civil War. Oh my goodness, the Whites and the Reds. And basically, the Republican government did defeat the Bolsheviks, but now it appears the spirit was not exhausted. After effective land reform and austerity measures to pay off the Brest-Litovsk reparations, as well as the crisis in the assassination, cities in the western part have been engulfed in the red tide once more. So the Whites led by Romanov against the Reds led by Bukharin. Oh my goodness. Fascinating. Well, let's hope they leave us alone. That's all I care about. Let's get these troops on the... Boots on the ground, boys. Boots on the ground. We're now making up a little bit more equipment, which is amazing. We also have concentrated industry done. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save it for when I can start grabbing these extra production efficiencies. That's going to be the most valuable thing I can do, I think. Okay, so this is amazing. One thing I'm going to want to do as well is I'm actually going to want to swap these guys a little bit here. I want the cavalry on the faster flank, basically. I definitely want to make sure the cavalry is on the faster flank. Is there anything I can also grab with regards to infantry? Not really, no, not at this present juncture. Because I want the cavalry ready to flank down and the infantry to hold the line. That's basically how this is going to work. We're making up a little bit of artillery, just kind of make up for the loss here. Holy crap. We make this a little bit of a longer episode than my standard. Make this about a 30-minute episode. Because I really want to start the war, I think. I'm so excited. Oh my god. Oh yeah, 2 troops. Here we go. Okay, so we do actually now have a really good amount of soldiers. I think I can make one more here. Yeah, this is really good. We actually have a decent amount. Okay, the Russians aren't watching, which means we now have a choice. Only a few days past assassination. A bit of a lie. I think it's expected that you take the Russians aren't watching first, but I didn't want to do that. So basically, strike our claims and on the recognized Mongol lands and gain a claim on Nixia, or Chinese be damned, unification for all, and gain core on all of them. Oh my goodness, yes. Push for the unification, my friend. You know what I'm going to do. Let's go. Alright, let's get Mongol minority in Zaibei. I really want that. Let's do it. So we are going to be at war pretty soon, my friends. Every single province does have a troop on it. We have a good general. The troops are being recruited as quickly as possible. We have 4 more coming up as well. The 11th of February. So they won't be there in time, but that's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to start, like, making sure that the extra equipment is prepared, because I'd really like to make sure that we do have a good amount of equipment ready. There we go. Now we're starting to make a nice amount of troops. Beautiful. And we're making a little bit of artillery to kind of deal with the fact that there will be a slight loss of artillery at some point, and that's okay. That's been on the 7th of March, so we'll put that factory into the artillery section. There it is. And that's also going to be improving the infantry equipment of everybody. Siberia has just declared war. So Siberia is just is a puppet in the Koken. Oh my god, that's bad for us. Whoa! They become a Japanese puppet. Holy shit, that's not good. Holy shit, that's bad. Alright, so, oh my god, I forgot to get the focus here. Whoopsie doodles. Let's make sure we get this rich stuff right here, so we can start getting extra production efficiency. We're actually making an absolutely huge amount of stuff, which is amazing. There we go. We're now making a really nice amount of stuff. And we have just declared war. Let's go. So our next focus is going to be the Khan cavalry so that we can get that extra attack and defense. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm actually going to... Oh, God, look at that. Why are troops being recruited up there? What the fuck? I want you right there. So we're going to start the attack off right now. We're going to just very quickly end the episode, and we'll begin straight away in the next episode with attacking Makalik. And we're going to do some really fancy strats to try and cut people off and do some really nice nifty encirclements. And see what I can do about basically destroying the Makalik. So, if you enjoyed the episode, please do leave a like and a comment. It helps me out a very great deal. And please be sure to check out my other Kaiserreich series if you're interested in it. So, I was Aldrahill, and I will continue to be, and this has been Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich. We're making the Horde great again, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.